Welcome to World Code Updates, your daily briefing on everything happening around the world. The year is 2025. As the first rays of sunlight break over the horizon, Metro Manila awakens to a new era. From above, the city's transformation is nothing short of breathtaking, a testament to human ambition and resilience. From a helicopter high above the city, Metro Manila appears almost unrecognizable. Sleek, modern trains now glide effortlessly along tracks that were once rusty and neglected, weaving through the heart of the metropolis. Below ground, massive tunnel-boring machines, engineering marvels in their own right, carve out the arteries of a brand new subway system, promising to connect millions of people in ways never before possible. This is more than just construction, it's a resurrection of a city's spirit. Every crane, every worker, every blueprint is part of a collective effort to breathe new life into Metro Manila, to restore hope where it once seemed lost. A $14 billion gamble, one of the largest infrastructure investments in Southeast Asia's history, is finally paying off. The city, once notorious for its gridlock and chaos, is rapidly becoming a model of urban renewal, where efficient transport and modern highways have replaced endless traffic jams. Just a decade ago, Manila was infamous for its suffocating traffic, thick smog, and unchecked chaotic growth. Streets were choked with vehicles, and the air was heavy with pollution. For many, daily life meant hours lost in gridlock and dreams deferred by the city's relentless pace. Today the story is different. The air is noticeably cleaner thanks to greener transport and stricter emission standards. Streets are wider, lined with trees and dedicated bike lanes. People stroll along broad sidewalks, reclaiming the city for themselves. There's a sense of optimism in the air, a belief that things can and have changed for the better. The transformation is both bold and swift, a fundamental rewiring of the city's DNA. New infrastructure rises almost overnight, and the pace of development is matched only by the determination of those who call Manila home. But this rebirth is about more than just trains and highways. It's about reclaiming public spaces, creating parks and green corridors, and putting people at the very center of urban planning. Urban planners, architects, and community leaders are working hand in hand to ensure that every project serves the people, not just the city's bottom line. Revitalized riverbanks now offer scenic walkways and gathering spots, while integrated transport hubs make commuting seamless. These are not isolated improvements but pieces of a much larger puzzle, one that envisions a city where quality of life is as important as economic growth. Metro Manila is now a living lesson in urban resilience. Community cleanup events, flood-resistant infrastructure, and disaster preparedness programs have become the norm. The city is proving that even the toughest challenges, be it climate, congestion, or poverty, can be overcome with vision, innovation, and collective effort. Once a cautionary tale of what could go wrong in a rapidly growing city, Metro Manila now stands as an inspiration to the world. Its skyline tells a story of struggle, perseverance, and ultimately triumph. Metro Manila is building hope, 1 kilometer of track, 1 green park, and 1 revitalized neighborhood at a time. The city's rebirth is a promise that with courage and unity, even the most daunting challenges can be transformed into opportunities for a brighter, more sustainable future. To truly understand how Metro Manila became what it is today, we need to journey back in time and trace its remarkable transformation. The city's story is one of both dazzling promise and daunting challenges, shaped by history, ambition, and adversity. In the early 1900s, Manila was celebrated as the Pearl of the Orient, a city admired for its elegance, order, and modernity. Wide boulevards lined with trees, stately buildings, and the iconic tranvia streetcar system painted a picture of a city on the rise. Life moved at a gentler pace, and Manila's urban design reflected a vision of progress and harmony, with neighborhoods thoughtfully planned and public spaces bustling with life. But this golden era was shattered by the devastation of World War II. The city was left in ruins, its infrastructure and spirit battered. In the aftermath, reconstruction efforts were hurried and often chaotic, as the urgent need to rebuild overshadowed careful planning. Makeshift solutions became the norm, and the city's original blueprint was lost in the rush to recover. As the decades passed, Metro Manila's population exploded. Millions migrated to the capital in search of opportunity, but the city's infrastructure simply couldn't keep pace. Grand boulevards, once symbols of order, became clogged with cars, jeepneys, and buses. A city designed for thousands now struggled to support millions, and the pressure was felt everywhere, from the roads to the rivers. Traffic jams became a daily ordeal, with commutes stretching for hours and tempers running high. The air grew thick with smog, and the once pristine Pasig River became choked with pollution and waste. The dream of the Pearl faded, replaced by the harsh reality of urban struggle. For many, daily life became a test of endurance, as the city's problems multiplied. Fragmented development and a lack of integrated urban planning created a vicious cycle. More roads led to more cars, which only worsened congestion. Infrastructure aged rapidly, buckling under relentless pressure, while new construction projects often failed to address the root causes of the city's woes. The city's growth was haphazard, and the cracks in the system widened. The promise of Manila as a shining metropolis gave way to a daily struggle for survival in a sprawling concrete jungle. The very systems meant to connect people, roads, bridges, public transport, now kept them apart, dividing communities and straining lives. The problems were no longer isolated. They were deeply systemic, woven into the city's fabric. It was clear that only a radical solution could break the cycle. The stage was set for a crisis, and perhaps, a new transformation. Two lost arteries, Pasig River and the Tranvia, were at the heart of Manila's decline. Once these two lifelines pulsed with energy, connecting neighborhoods, businesses, and communities across the city. The river and the railway were not just modes of transport, they were symbols of Manila's vibrancy and promise, shaping the daily lives of generations. The Pasig River, once the city's lifeblood, became a dumping ground for waste and was declared biologically dead by the 1990s. Its waters, which had once carried boats and nourished riverside communities, turned toxic, suffocating the natural ecosystem and driving away the people who depended on it. The river's decline mirrored the city's own struggles with rapid urbanization and neglect. The Tranvia, once Asia's pride, was abandoned after World War II in favor of cars and jeepneys. The electric streetcars that once glided through Manila's streets were replaced by noisy, polluting vehicles, erasing a piece of the city's identity and history. The decision to let go of the Tranvia marked a turning point, as Manila shifted away from efficient public transport toward a car-centric future. Paving over the tracks meant losing a vital, sustainable transport system. The city's leaders chose short-term convenience over long-term planning, sealing the fate of a network that could have eased congestion and connected communities for generations to come. Without the river and rail, pressure shifted to roads, creating a vicious cycle of congestion and pollution. As more people relied on cars and buses, the streets became choked with traffic and the air grew thick with smog. The city's infrastructure strained under the weight of millions of daily commuters. Commutes stretched for hours, fuel costs soared, and productivity plummeted. Workers spent precious time stuck in gridlock, families saw less of each other, and businesses suffered as delays became the norm. The economic and social costs mounted, affecting every layer of society. The polluted river posed health risks and degraded Manila Bay. Toxic runoff and garbage flowed downstream, endangering marine life and threatening the livelihoods of fishermen and riverside residents. The environmental damage was felt far beyond the riverbanks. The city's dream of connectivity seemed lost. Infrastructure that once brought people together now stood abandoned or disconnected, reminders of a more hopeful era. The sense of unity and shared purpose faded as the city grew more fragmented. The consequences were felt daily by millions. Every morning and evening, crowds packed sidewalks and streets, enduring stress and exhaustion as they navigated a city that no longer flowed as it once did. The city's arteries were clogged, its heart struggling to pump. The once vibrant flow of people and goods slowed to a crawl, threatening the city's vitality and future. The forgotten river and railway symbolized a city that sacrificed sustainability for convenience. Their absence became a cautionary tale, a reminder of what is lost when progress is measured only by speed and not by care for the environment or community. Any real fix would have to revive these lost lifelines. Restoring the river and reimagining the railway could reconnect the city, heal its wounds, and offer hope for a more sustainable, inclusive future. Rediscovering them became the first step toward a new future. By looking back and learning from the past, Manila could chart a path forward, one where its arteries flow freely once again, and the city's heart beats strong. By the early 2010s, Metro Manila was at a breaking point. Traffic cost billions and piecemeal fixes weren't enough. The government, planners, and civil society created a new master plan: build, build, build. The vision, a modern, integrated transport network, revived natural assets and people-centric spaces. Integration was key. Subways, commuter rails, buses, and ferries would connect seamlessly. The goal shifted from moving vehicles to moving people. Political will and funding finally matched the ambition. Billions in investments signaled real commitment. Community involvement and public-private partnerships ensured equity and sustainability. This unified effort, born from crisis, set the stage for dramatic change. Metro Manila was ready to reinvent itself. The Pasig River's resurrection is a symbol of Metro Manila's renewal. Once a national disgrace, the river's turnaround began with a massive cleanup and strict anti-pollution enforcement. Informal settlers were relocated and water treatment facilities intercepted sewage. Bioremediation brought back oxygen and life. Fish and birds returned, and riverbanks became green parks with walking and cycling paths. The Pasig River won the Asia River Prize in 2018, earning international recognition. Its revival inspired the cleanup of Manila Bay. The upgraded Pasig River Ferry now offers a traffic-free commute. New parks along the river reconnect residents with nature. The Pasig story proves even the most damaged ecosystems can be healed. Rail is at the core of Metro Manila's reinvention. The Metro Manila subway, the city's first underground line, will cut 2-hour commutes to just 35 minutes. The North-South commuter railway connects provinces north and south, spreading growth beyond the city center. Upgrades to LRT and MRT lines add new trains, modernize stations, and improve safety. The goal: a cohesive, reliable network that encourages people to leave their cars at home. This overhaul restores trust in public transport. Benefits include slashed travel times, less congestion, and a smaller carbon footprint. Each train removes hundreds of cars from the road. Construction and operation create thousands of jobs. Investing in rail is investing in a sustainable, equitable future. Manila's roads are being transformed alongside its railways. The Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3 links north and south, turning 3-hour drives into 30-minute trips. Elevated expressways like NLEX Harbor Link and Southeast Metro Manila Expressway speed up cargo and bypass city streets. These skyways create a faster layer of mobility above the congestion. On the ground, the ADSA busway gives buses exclusive lanes, cutting commute times in half. Modern buses and elevated platforms make bus travel safer and more efficient. Skyways serve long-distance and commercial traffic. Busways prioritize high-capacity public transport. Together, they rationalize road use and ease traffic for everyone. These projects are key to the integrated transport plan. Rail and road now work in concert to solve Manila's legendary gridlock. Metro Manila's reinvention puts people first. The EDSA Greenway project creates a 5-kilometer elevated walkway, connecting transit stations and business districts for safe, pleasant walking. Integrated transport hubs like Pit X and the unified Grand Central Station make transfers seamless between buses, trains, and jeepneys. New terminals are destinations with shops and services that dignify the commute. Facilities like One Ayala and Taguig ITX replicate this model across the city. Investing in greenways, bike lanes, and wider sidewalks ensures the whole journey is improved. Human-scale design ties the infrastructure plan together. The result: a more livable, enjoyable city for all. Metro Manila's vision goes beyond concrete and steel. The planned solar city on Manila Bay will be a model smart city, powered by renewables and designed for climate resilience. It will feature green roofs, parks, and people-friendly transport like electric trams. Smart technology is being integrated citywide: fiber optic networks, real-time traffic management, and energy-efficient lighting. The city is leveraging tech for efficiency and sustainability. Metro Manila's journey is a message of hope and innovation. By blending infrastructure, environmental revival, and people-centric design, it's a blueprint for other megacities. The city is no longer just surviving, it's reclaiming its place as the Pearl of the Orient.